I don't
All
know.
right.
It's I don't is it, with this case we butted heads
Yeah.
with the Soze case.
Yeah.
He literally said that what I was doing was wrong and argued against it and was taking phone
Soze should have
calls in
got
front of
medical help though.
Soze.
He should have got. He should have got.
We tried. We pushed. We tried.
No,
I asked Pixie. I pushed it to the docket. There was motions for that. It got denied and it got denied and it got denied.
No, I'm saying before that, before the whole thing went down, we should have got him medical help. I don't know.
I was trying to talk to the guy and then it happened. You know, I was trying to like at least have a conversation with the fucking guy.
Other than that, I think the future is still bright. There's good things going to happen here in Sandy. The past the past. We learn from it and move forward. That's the mentality I adopt. You're just gonna have short memory when it comes to it, or else it's gonna linger and it's gonna just sit there and fester. You don't want that.
Yeah, I just hope that it's hard to move on when no one else moves on, right?
Well, like I said, if
I'm talking about the people in Sandy, like people in Sandy, people in the city, the people in the city. If they don't move on from it, it's gonna be a thing, right?
Right, and I don't think people are gonna move on from this, especially with the upcoming court case with Siobhan and Max with the impeachment.
I don't either, which is why it's like you can't really is my counter argument. It's like it doesn't have this is gonna be a thing for a while. Soze, he told me yesterday that he's going to use this as ammo to try and get the people to turn against me so they don't reelect me in 2 months.
And that's why I got to focus on Sandy. That's why I was telling you about the PR. Remember I was talking about reputation of PR and things like that? Right?
Yeah, and I'm trying to do that.
It's because these folks are trying to galvanize and control the narrative, right? They're trying to control the narrative.
I understand that.
And they're trying to spin it in their direction so they can weaponize it.
But I think it's very, even if a lot of these people, a lot of their arguments are about Siobhan and Max, and all their hate comes from Siobhan and Max.
100%. And what do you think Siobhan and Max will do when they go down? They'll take down the ship with them. That's what I believe. I could be wrong about this.
I think they're Siobhan and Max. If anything, Siobhan has reason to just absolutely hate me. I was the only person that pushed punishments on her.
But right, you held her accountable, right?
I held her accountable. I was the one who made the decision to fire or suspend her indefinitely until we have this panel. Like, I don't think I can explain this to people, but I don't think it's right for me to go out and be like on this high horse to like the people.
Yeah, you should be walking around airing our dirty laundry to other people. We don't do that, right?
Which is why, like, I could explain this to people, and maybe people will have that perspective of
right.
Like,
but you can release a press release saying you can go on Twitter and have a press release out there. So and so has been suspended for misconduct, things like that. It shows what the PD's holding people accountable, especially somebody like Siobhan, who's very not much liked out there, right?
So you think it's appropriate for I'm just wondering. You think it's appropriate for me to like tweet out on Twitter, Siobhan Thoroughbred has been suspended from the UPD.
It is breaking news. She's the chief of staff. She's part of the commissioner's office, and she's also an office in the PD, and she holds power in the city council. It's breaking news. That's huge. No?
That also puts a fucking target on her. She's gonna get killed. You have to think about, like, people are going to kill her.
People are going to kill her regardless. Doesn't matter. She's already given plenty of reasons. Isn't suspending her going to get killed?
But does that put more of a target
right,
on her?
But isn't that in the same as you guys suspending her?
You have to think about the safety. Like,
right. But
she's still a human. Whether she did things wrong or not,
I understand that.
Put her out there to fucking drop. Like,
right, but Siobhan, okay, when she got suspended, isn't that really putting a target on her back because now she has no PD protection or a blip?
Yeah, but that's why you don't release it on Twitter and you kind of keep it as close as you can. If people need to know about it, they can know about it.
Right, but
I don't think publicly announcing that would be 10 times.
Then why do you think other police departments have press releases and releases information about officer misconduct, officers doing dumb shit on the streets, violating people's rights?
That's after things get, I understand that, but what she did was not like a people in the public don't know what she did.
But it happened in a public place. I mean, all the doctors know.
Yeah, and the doctors are aware that we're handling it. The people that, they have that reassurance.
I don't know. Just for me, I think that we also have to protect our image as well as PD, and we don't do a good job of that. I'm not saying throw people to the goddamn hyenas and wolves, okay?
And that's why I'm worried. That's what I'm worried about doing.
How is this a terrible take? But that's gonna happen no matter what, right? I just feel like you can't stop people from finding, Siobhan and Max and try to kidnap her and gun her down. I mean, they done that and he was on duty. I just feel like we're living a closed bubble, and it hurts us more than it helps us as PD. And I've been seeing over time as an issue. I'm not saying release any sensitive information. Press release. So-and-so has been suspended. If they're, somebody who's a high profile in the PD, in my opinion, I think some sort of information should come out from the PD. Nothing too crazy, nothing too little, but just enough to say, okay, this person, has been suspended, and we're launching an internal investigation, and once we have the conclusion, we'll announce the results in a press release. You don't have to do Twitter. Just do it with Ursula, Weasel News. Hell, doing a podcast is just good enough, honestly.
I don't know. I'll think about it.
Think about it. Listen, I understand what you're saying, and I hear you loud and clear.
I don't want to fucking just kill her. Like, that's literally like, I think what she did was like gross negligence. And I don't want to air out people's dirty laundry and like just throw people to the sharks. And I think that's what that would do. Maybe in like, I don't know.
Well, I'm just trying to think of ways to make sure that, no matter what, we do the right thing. Doesn't matter who it is, and we stand up for our values, our morals, our principles that we all believe in, right? It's what sets us apart from everybody else out there, because if we're doing the same, we're no better. But I'm just trying to make sure that, the PD is also not always getting shit on. I hate how often people shit on the PD and say PD is this, PD is that, because of action of one is the action of all. And that is such bullshit, man. It's such bullshit. Because I know how many people here in this PD care and are hardworking, and they clock on duty every single day, and they don't ask for anything, okay? They just do their job.
They just try and make the city a better place. I know. I understand that. I feel that every day too.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. Especially at the top, right? You probably get it all the time.
Everything is my fault. That's what I get.
Yeah.
And I think it's like I don't even know what people's problems are, right? It used to be, this PD used to be considered weak.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's like, I don't even know. Are we weak? Are we strong? Like, what are we? Right?
We're overbearing. That's what I keep hearing. The PD is just too much. 30 cars, 2 helicopters, 1 bike. You shit like that all the time, right? So, I mean, people.
What are we doing that's insane, though?
We're not. It's just people were used to PD being shit for the past, few months in the beginning, right? And then over time, PD started getting stronger and stronger, and now they're not adjusting, or they're not used to PD having tools to be able to fight back. Nico, get down, baby girl. Come on.
I don't think we should even worry about that. I think we worry about the image. I think that's fine, but I think people complaining that the PD is shit because we're too strong. I genuinely don't think that we're too strong at all.
Yeah. I don't think
we have cars that can't even fucking keep up with it.
Yeah, I'm not saying care to those people. I'm not saying even
they just want to shit on the PD all day.
Those are gonna be the criminals that
catches a person, they're gonna be upset about it.
Right. Those are criminals that want to get away and don't want the PD to be strong because.
But that's understandable for them to feel that way, right? They want that, but we can't let that change what we do.
Exactly right.
It's right for them to think that way because they don't want to get caught. They want the weakest PD that they could have, right?
Right. And PD goes through phases where sometimes we have 30 cops on duty and we're fucking kicking ass. And other days we have like 12, and we're more reactionary and reserve and passive, right? It's not always going to be steady because people come, people go.